Satin do rag.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's taken off his satin do rag, and this is.
You are now watching Blerd Talk with Coach Fa, Mr. Lewis, and MG the Great. Yeah.
Yep. The old man Dems is in the building once again with the new thing happening. The blurred talk, old head style from our perspective.
Yes, y'all, it's the Blerdification Station. Y'all know what it
Bang,
is.
blurtification. There we go. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
get it. This is Mr. Lewis's thing, and I'm along for the marvelous ride. So, as I get my camera situated, there we go. I guess I get it right, and then it does that. Yes.
Yeah, so how y'all feeling? I hope everyone is good. Having a little audio issues here. Going to be a brand new format for the show. Still the same old flavors, you know what I mean? Still the same old fellas that you love. MG will be back next week. You know, life happens. We get caught up. We got lives to live. We got bills to pay and whatnot. So we got to make that happen. That's the priority in life. You know, we adulting
He's
out here.
he's the zebra of the crew, y'all. He's the referee, so games pop up. It is what it is. He'll be back. So, what up, Mr. Lou?
Hey, same old same, brother, man. I'm just trying to maintain. Like I said, I'm adulting, in the process of trying to find a home, and yeah, it's been a pretty hectic week. Scrambling, trying to get the new format set up for the show, so we can give it to the people and them like they want. You know what I mean?
Indeed. So let's get into it.
All right.
He is intricately searching the internet for the knowledge.
All right. Here we go. Now I can finally hear my homie. I was sitting trying to read his lips, like, okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Now let's get to it. Like I said, it's been real hectic. I've been back and forth, talking with family members, talking with agents, trying to chop it up with the fellas so we can bring y'all the best quality experience while y'all chilling with us. But as I said, this is the new Blerdification Nation. It's going to be just random topics across entertainment, or just random just topics that we want to talk about, just all from the perspective of some of the world's most interesting nerds, or blerds, as you will.
Indubitably, indeed, as it were.
Yes. We are the international men of mystery, but we're not corny like Austin Powers. You dig? Um, Also,
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
before we get started, we give a special shout out. Happy birthday to our Black Lotus family. Yeah, 26 years. We've been going strong. If y'all don't know.
Blood in my left tattoo.
Yeah, I guess to put it, to summarize it, we were like the Wu Tang of the Army in the 90s.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah, we were just that dope.
Fair. I mean, there's really, yeah. Crowds came when we hit the ground. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Women
Y'all don't
wanted
know.
us, men wanted to be us.
Yo, we was the most famous, unfamous people.
You know, worldwide at that. Known in the U.S., Europe, and Asia, and some parts of
No
the Caribbean and
fame
motherland too.
whatsoever, but we had it, bro. Oh my god. Oh, that was fun times. Who to be young
Yes.
again? Oh boy, yo. So the blood in me always goes home when I have an opportunity to talk, and uh, I was on a social media platform, and my main man, J Live, big shouts J Live,
What up, J Live?
and he shared his dislike of the writing and retconning, such so to speak, and that he felt was going on in Kenobi.
Mm,
And I politely disagree,
right.
uh, because I didn't. And I saw his viewpoints, and I where I feel everyone gets caught up on. And if you haven't seen the show, I apologize. I'm gonna be talking, so hopefully y'all saw at least episodes 1 and 2. Uh, my son is currently mad at me and my wife right now because we saw episode 3 accidentally without him. And so we have to make sure we see episode 4 tomorrow with him. So no, we haven't seen episode 4 yet, but that'll be tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
us either. We haven't either. So
I mean, again, the blurred and my wife, she's upstairs watching AEW wrestling right now because she has to
nice.
watch wrestling, on Wednesdays. So
Okay.
Obi-Wan can't defeat, Darth Vader right now or wrestling.
Yeah, I know, right?
But to me, there's a organic sadness. And I honestly think that that is very important. And that underlying sadness that is befalling, it's not just seeing stormtroopers, you know what I mean? And seeing fortifications. On the people have lost all resolve in their faces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To include Obi-Wan, which was really hard to really, I mean that hurt. Now the thing about Grand Inquisitor, okay, for those that hopefully are that are in this conversation that understand, there's a show called Star Wars Rebels. Rebels has 4 seasons, and they put together some of the most marvelous storylines and characters that I've seen in any platform, let alone Star Wars.
Right.
And that's where Fifth Brother, Seventh Sister, and the Grand Inquisitor were first introduced into the visual lore, I'll say.
Mhm.
And so, because Rebels takes place well after, or at least, what Ezra's 8 when they meet up, isn't he? Or is he 10?
Um,
Or was he 15 already? No, I think it starts when he was 15.
okay.
His parents died when he was like 7 or something like that, at 8. But
Right.
his journey with Rebels starts at 15. So
Mhm.
Leia is currently what, 10?
Yeah. Yeah, she's around
So Rebels starts in 5 years.
there. Okay.
So Grand Inquisitor is in Rebels, so he's alive
Mhm.
for that. So just because Third Sister struck him down doesn't necessarily mean he's gone.
Right.
I mean, it takes a lot to stop these evil dudes. And again, going back to Darth Maul being literally split in freaking half and used all his force energy to stay alive and then built himself some legs on some Professor X kind of thing.
Mm, yeah.
I mean, just that alone is nutty. But again, the writing is slow, but I think it has to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
To again, we're pulling from the literal aftermath of episode 3. And there are no more Jedi. You see Jedi sporadically here and there still popping up at this time, and they're getting eviscerated as they
Yeah.
pop up,
Yeah.
hung up in effigy and all that. You know what I mean? So this hunt, this extermination of Jedi is real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I Another point that he had, and this was after I think the third was Darth Vader has Obi-Wan up in the choke force. Why not just snap his neck? Before I go into that, I'm jumping the gun. I'm still in episode one. What do you let's you jump in episode one. We'll go into my dissertations about this crap later. We got time. Hit it.
Sure.
Sure. I ain't taking over. I'm
Hey,
about
but
that.
he is. You clearly show you are more knowledgeable in the history and the lore of Star Wars.
Oh
Um,
my God, I could go. I could do this all day.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's like to me. For those that don't know, I'm kind of late to the Star Wars party. I really didn't start becoming a fan until my young adult years. You know what I mean? I was too busy running around playing Luke Skywalker to have enough attention span to sit down and actually watch the movies. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
you and me were more Orlando Calrissian. Let's just keep that on it.
Right. Yeah, because I always joke with my wife. I was more like, I don't know if y'all watched Family Guy, but I was a lot like young Cleveland Jr. when I was little. Just a ball of energy with no attention span whatsoever.
Wow, that's a heck of a reference right
Yeah, man.
there.
Yeah, it's crazy. When I first saw it, I was just like, "Oh my god!" It just hit me out of one Family Guy for years, and
Right.
one day I was like, "Holy crap!" I was a lot like that when I was little,
Wow.
bouncing off the walls.
I feel you. So back to Obi-Wan. What'd you think of episode one?
Episode one, I liked it. It gave me the idea because I didn't know where I was going to start. I didn't watch any trailers or anything of the upcoming
Right.
series, so I didn't know. And to be honest, I'm kind of behind. I still have to finish Clone Wars, and I still have to. What's the other joint that just came out before this one?
Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett?
I did finish those. I finished
Okay.
those two. Yes, great series. What was it? The Rebels and the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch.
Oh,
I can
Bad
say
Batch.
that.
Okay. Okay. Now,
So
Bad Batch is key, but not. Okay, I didn't. You know what? Let me not go too far into Bad Batch because I haven't finished Bad Batch yet either.
mhm,
But you don't necessarily need Bad Batch, but because Obi-Wan does show up later on in Rebels also,
mhm,
how this plays out is going to be very interesting. And knowing that Ahsoka is in Rebels,
yes.
you've got Sabine and you've got Ezra, who all three I hear will be, and Thrawn as well, will be
Mm,
in Ahsoka's show.
wow.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that too.
So
Shout
we
out to
get to
Rosario
find out what
Dawson.
happened to Ezra.
Mhm.
Ooh, and she knows Luke Skywalker. Maybe she brought, okay, I'm gonna just chill. Namaste. I could get too excited thinking
Yeah,
about these
it's
things,
gonna be
and
real interesting, huh?
that's a whole nother show.
Mm, yeah, it's gonna
So,
be exciting.
so let's jump ahead. Let's jump to episode three.
Episode three. I think at this point we were like, okay, Obi-Wan, we get it, you running, bro, but when you gonna force up and get the forcing these fools up, you know what I mean? So
I feel you, but he can't.
yeah, and that's
I mean,
thing.
because the minute he reveals himself,
Yeah, it's a
all
wrap.
the stuff starts coming.
Yeah.
Yo, and big shouts to the fake Jedi. Like, that was crazy.
Yes.
That
Shout out
was
to
nuts.
Kumail Nanjiani.
He
Always
had
entertaining.
the window panels rigged. And I mean, I was just like, oh no. But that's how bad it's gotten, yo. It's
Yeah,
gotten to that point.
yeah. Just
So
random scammers, just like, hey, I'm a Jedi. But give him props. At least he was trying to help people.
yeah, yeah. But again, it's like how the mighty literally have fallen,
Word,
you
word.
know. And I had a philosophy. I don't necessarily think Darth Vader is trying to kill Obi-Wan. Ever. He wants
Right.
to fight him. He wants to beat him up. He wants to show him he's better than him
Yeah.
all the time. But I honestly did nothing has shown me yet. Even honestly, the choke fire scene kind of sealed that for me.
Mm.
He had his hands. Obi-Wan was rusty. He was beaten.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
You know, you could have snapped him just like that. But you decided to make him feel what you felt by putting him in that barbecue. Yeah, maybe he dies, maybe he doesn't. But you weren't like, I mean, somebody took a random shot and blew something up. That really was enough to distract you and let you go. That was kind of on some Cobra Commander stuff.
Yeah, yeah, like the
You know what I
classic,
mean?
like, what's over there? Hero gone.
Right. So it's like I feel like the Anakin that's still in there can't kill Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
But there's so much rage and jealousy and anger behind it that he still wants to make him suffer even though we can't kill him. Because even in the New Hope scene when they're battling, Darth Vader doesn't kill Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan
Nope.
submits for a purpose. Because Obi-Wan knew Darth will never be able to literally defeat him. And he can't kill Darth. And Darth can't kill him.
It's almost like a yin and yang effect type, huh?
Yeah, Mexican standoff, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So he was like, you know what, I can't do it, but I know someone who can. So at the end, Darth never really beats him. He never kills him. And based on this show, he's had his chances. He could have wrapped up Obi-Wan, but he didn't.
Yeah.
You know, which led to his salvation. Let's keep that a buck. So, it's interesting. Oh, what's up, Big Jules? Thanks for watching. Yes, and may the force be with you, my brother.
Appreciate you for rocking with us this evening.
Indeed. So, I'm anxious to see where this goes because, unfortunately, it's like Rogue One. You can only tell the story in a box. Because most of the framework is already carved out for you.
Right, right.
Obi-Wan's history and everything is already carved out for you. So you kind of got to paint within the lines.
Yeah. Okay.
So that makes it a little bit constraining when trying to tell a new story. But I think so far they're definitely putting a good tone to it. And the only thing that I would say is I wish they did this one before Mandalorian and Boba Fett. Because it's early in the time period as opposed to where they are.
Good point.
You know what I mean? This is before Rogue One and all of this. And those shows are after Return of the Jedi.
Right.
So I would have kind of liked to see almost a chronological order kind of vibe.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Which is what I'm getting from what they're doing now. It's like all of the stuff between Ahsoka, Mandalorian, and Boba are all taking place at the same time. You know, within that span of the universe. So, and that's still like 10 years after Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
So it's still like a good 30 plus years before Force Awakens and all that. So there's still a lot of space to tell stories leading up to that point. And I would hope that eventually we get the story about the clan of Ren. The House of Ren.
Okay.
You know, because we know about Kylo Ren, and we see his minion, quote unquote, in Rise, but there's no story behind them. We don't know who they are individually. They're just spooks in the background. I'd like to see the spooks come alive real quick because then that would make that scene a lot more impactful. You know, if you rewatch Rise after you see a show like that, you know, So just thinking about some forward range kind of stuff. But
Okay.
so far, Obi-Wan is definitely hitting the good notes. And maybe a lot of it is nostalgia because again, I started with Star Wars when I was 5 years old, 1978. My nana and my mom took me, and yes, it came out in '77. I didn't see it till '78, and I still saw it in the theaters, y'all.
Hmm.
It was
Nice.
in the theaters that long, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, Star Wars did major work in the theaters.
And to show you the impact, my childhood nickname was Luke Skywalker.
Nice. No, yours was because of "Don't Stop Me." No,
Yeah.
that
What
Luke
you done heard?
Skywalker. Nah. But yo, I mean, it's still fresh. It's still innovative. It's still very creative. You know, and it's very diggable right now. So yeah. What else we into, Lou?
um, yeah. Well, that yeah, as you see, that pretty much concludes our discussion with Obi-Wan series. There's a lot more stuff going on right now. So much stuff. New season of The Boys is going on. I'm like in the middle. Well, actually, I just finished the most recent episode of that. Crazy. Started. Well, once again, finished the first half of the new season 4 of Stranger Things. Already ready for new episodes. It's like it's about to go down. Um, what else? The Ms. Marvel episode I still have yet to catch.
Yeah,
The
I'm gonna
first
watch that
episode.
tomorrow with the fam. We're very
Yes.
excited about that, and the direction that Marvel is also going with the Young Avengers is
Yes.
really cool.
Yes. Real excited to see that. From what people are saying, this Ms. Marvel might be the best one, best series in the MCU so far, which is a lot to say because a lot of these new episodes, these new series to me are doing a very good job. Loki and whatever are my two of my favorites right now. And yes, I'm really excited to see how Miss Marvel goes. Like all the shows have been great. Kate Bishop is probably my third favorite, but yeah, I'm really interested how it's going. About time I'm ready to see Kamala Khan do her thing. I played the Avengers game on the
Okay,
Xbox Series X, and
no doubt.
yeah, so her character arc, how it sets off the whole adventure and all of that, it's real exciting. And yeah, yeah, the nerd in me is like, yeah, I can't wait, man.
Dude, I'm sorry. I know I'm in the minority, but the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes. Oh,
That's my
oh,
favorite
honorable
so
mention.
far.
Honorable
That's
mention.
that's my
Yes.
favorite of them all so
Forgot all
far,
about
and
that one.
Loki right behind it. But that one is my favorite so far. Uh, I mean, and understand, I like them all, and
Yeah.
so and
Yes.
they're
Yes.
all hitting notes at like 10. They're all hitting the right notes all the way through. So when I say one is a favorite, it's not knocking any of the other ones. It's
Yeah. Not
just
at all.
that one just had too many things that struck home for me personally. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
No, trust me. Yes, I can
Yeah,
relate too.
yeah. I
Being a
mean,
black man and a veteran, if
you
you
know what I'm
feel,
saying? You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So that one just and then with Agent uh, with Agent Carter turning like evil, and then the introduction of was probably the Thunderbolts.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I liked all of that. It was like you setting up something, but you setting up something else. You setting up a underground world. You know what I mean? Where the underground plays, and I dug that because you really haven't seen that either. So many things are just new and exciting in what the MCU is doing right now in their storytelling, man.
word. And there's also rumors that these might lead into not only the Young Avengers but also the Secret Wars. So
Yeah, of course.
yeah, man, it's real
I
exciting.
think I think though these new movies are more leading up to the Secret Wars, but
Mm,
the shows are introducing characters for the long haul. such as Sam Wilson, Captain America, leading the new Avengers, and then
Yeah,
you've got a slew of these young Avengers with Kate Bishop, with Kamala Khan, with uh, the new Black Widow, and you know what I mean. Just there's a lot.
yeah.
There's a lot of little,
And I'm
and
wondering,
and America Chavez. I mean, come on.
yes, yes, absolutely. And Miles Morales. And I'm wondering,
But
are they going to bring Squirrel Girl on?
have they actually released Miles
Good
Morales
point.
yet?
Good point.
Because
Because
I
he's
don't
in the
think they
comic
have.
books, but I don't know if he's in
Yeah,
the
no,
MCU.
he's as I have a feeling he's still a Sony product, which I'm
Mm,
scared about.
yeah,
But if there's any way he can be MCU and let Peter Parker stay Sony, I think that would be fire.
yeah.
And who was the other one you said? My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Squirrel Girl.
Oh, she's coming
Yeah. So I'm interested in seeing that too. The girl who beat Thanos 3 times.
with acorns. Yeah,
Yeah, word. Beat her
crazy.
with beat him with Central Park powers.
Yeah, crazy. Get this chick off me. Oh.
She's
Crazy.
crazy, man. She's so crazy.
How did I lose the squirrels?
Yo, have you ever seen Orgasmo? For
Yes.
anybody that knows, like the makers of South Park made a hilarious
Yes.
adult entertainment spoof in the late '90s called Orgasmo, and the guy, his sidekick Chota Boy, was a master of multiple martial arts, which one was squirrel technique. And
Yes.
this was
Yes.
supposed to be the most lethal of the techniques. You got to see the movie to understand how hilarious that is to us right now.
Very much so. Oh
Yeah.
man. Uh so
Some middle-aged blurred right there for y'all.
now so now I was gonna say something else, and then when you said that middle aged boredom, it kind of struck at me because it seems to be some kind of attack on you know anyone thinking about anything differently over the age of like 40. Like it's
Mhm.
wrong or something. And I don't. Sometimes, listen, just because you didn't see and go through things of an era, and you're looking at it from afar. When the people from that era speak, they're not always, oh yeah, that's nice, but that's old and that's different. No, sometimes there's some wisdom there. Sometimes
Exactly.
we get stuck in our stories. Yeah, that's true. But because we have the stories that we live through. And when you get to this point in your life, you're going to do the same thing. And
Exactly.
there's going to always be some young person telling you, you know, oh, yeah, what you're thinking is old. Yeah, whatever, man. Enjoy the jewels while you have them.
Yep. It's like y'all keep talking that right now, but y'all young heads gonna be old heads one day too if you're blessed to be our age.
That's all we saying, man. We respect what y'all doing. Just respect what came before you, is all.
Yeah, and because plus also if you understand what came before you, then you understand how everything lines up and comes together. You know what I mean?
And you can make the next iteration even better.
Exactly. We're
So
all
real
part of the
quick,
same story.
no doubt. So real quick, in the comment section we have big shouts to Lay Queen. Uh,
Big up, Queen. How you doing?
I see you talking Marvel. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Black Panther? Thank you for the comment. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you.
Yes, yes. Personally, I really have no thoughts or opinions yet. I haven't seen any trailers. That's all I've been
Right.
doing is reading a bunch of articles, hearing a bunch of talks about what they plan on doing. But I want to wait to see how it comes into more development and a more solid idea of where it's going to go before I comment on that.
No doubt.
Hopefully, I mean, from what everybody's saying, it's going to be an amazing project. It's going to. Mrs. got the same joint.
No
Um,
doubt.
it's going to satisfy our needs, so to speak. I'm just curious of how it's going to go. Is it going to go in the multiverse perspective from What If to where in another world Killmonger might be the Black Panther, or
Nah, I think they're gonna keep it. 616.
Okay. So then that would bring the question, how are they going to recast T'Challa or
That's the key. That's the key issue right there. And all the early reports I kept reading were that they weren't, and they were adamant
yeah,
about it. And I was very upset about that because while Chadwick Godrez played it to the nines,
yeah.
T'Challa's story is not over.
Yeah, and I was going to say early on, I remember I follow a lot of blurred pages. I listen to a lot of blurred podcasts and whatnot, and there was talks of possibly one way of them going with it is bringing Doctor Doom into the fold, being that because in the comic books he is one of Wakanda's worst, most
Villainous.
villainous and adversarial enemies.
Right.
And so they were talking about a possible premise to where T'Challa would get kidnapped by him, to which in turn he would disappear, and Shuri would of course take over the mantle as Black Panther. And basically, once they found him, from whatever doom experiments or torture he did on him, he would be a completely different person, or at least look like a completely different person when they found him.
And that could work, but I'm not sure if I've heard that they're going to introduce Doctor Doom in there. But
Exactly.
I know Namor is,
Okay, yes, I've heard
and
Namor
he's a
recently.
and he's a direct.
Yeah,
He's probably the number two or number one adversary.
yeah,
And so, if you're going to do Namor, T'Challa has to be in the building. Unless they're going to try to do some crazy opening scene where he blows something up and kills T'Challa,
possibly.
which I don't know. Is that doing the character justice? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Kicking him off like that?
Yeah,
I don't know. And that, again, speculation, but
and not to
yo,
add salt to the wound, but a couple years back when they were casting for this John, I did audition for the film. So mm,
see, they should have just hired you and there would have been no problem.
yeah, but obviously the universe knew what was up. That's why that brother got it. Rest in peace, Chapel.
Rest in peace. All right, so we're getting on that 9:30s.
Yeah, yeah, y'all. As I said, we're gonna keep it short and sweet this episode. This is just a, taste of the new format of what we got going on. We're gonna be back next week, same time, Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Still go to the website, still go to the same outlets and social media platforms that we've been on to check us out. We still got the Candid Corner episodes. You can go back and check them. We're just gonna keep it rolling. We still gonna have sports talks and all that. It's just sports is not going to be the primary conversation because we have a myriad of topics we can cover because we're men. We've been on this planet for a while and we got a lot to talk about. You know what I mean?
A lot, a lot. So we thank you again.
Yes, yes. And as I've said, go to the site, like, subscribe, share, follow, all the good stuff. Comment. If you got a question, go ahead and hit us up. Go to the site, buy some merch, and we'll be back next week, same time, same channel, to discuss some more blerdification from the nation. Right now, we're trying
Verification.
to schedule, hopefully next week or in the upcoming weeks, we will have Sade Oyende back for the Love of
Saturday
Jason season
United.
2.
Yes.
Yes,
Hopefully next week. Yes.
yes, to discuss the new season of For the Love of
See.
Jason and the new episodes of Unsung.
Well, definitely, definitely. And remember, she's the she's the producer and writer along with Deshaun Fair. And this is season 2 for The Love of Jason. Matter of fact, the second episode has just come out this week. So if you're not watching, watch it. If you're watching, it's
Yes,
great, right?
check it out. It's on Prime Video. It's a good series. I've already caught season 1. I'm about to get in season 2 this week as well. Got to do my homework, stay fresh and whatnot. But as I say, what's up, Coleman? I see you, brother. It's my big brother from another mother right there. But yeah, as I said, we'll be back next week, same time. MG the Great will be here to join us as well.
Yeah. And we
Until
gonna do
then,
it, man.
yeah. Till then, if y'all got questions or comments, just hit us up and we'll be sure to address it. Oh, before we go, question of the day, final segment. What is the
Oh, I'm
most
not doing that. I don't have no.
well, I got one.
Okay,
Most
hit
one
it.
of the funniest, most embarrassing moments I ever had. This is about 20 plus years ago, way back late 90s, early 2000s. You know, back in the day, we still wore our pants a little baggy and clothes and whatnot. Still fly. And
Was I here for this?
I was no, this is when I was in Dallas.
Okay.
I was living, I had just moved to Dallas, just got out the army maybe a year prior. Got the brand new fiber optic job. I'm feeling brand new in my civilian professional gears and whatnot. I was in an apartment, my man's apartment complex visiting him, you know what I mean? And just hanging outside, blazing as I usually do. Shout out to my stoner community. And ran out of my last one. Random brother on the other side of the fence was like, hey, yo, I got them Jones for the low. Back then, it was like, I was like, what you talking about? He was like, let me get $50. I was like, what? Texas prices, crazy. But the way the Dallas apartment complexes were set up is like, yes, it was the complex right there, but there was a fence that went all the way about 100 yards to the gate. So you had to go there, go out the gate, then wait for somebody to buzz you in to come in to go to the other complex. So I said, you know what? About to use my God-given agility and just hop this fence real quick. Climbing up, no problem. This is only about 6 feet. It's a little metal joint with the little,
Slats or something.
Yeah. So at the top, it's got the sharp points, but it's got enough for me to slide my foot through. So I'm about to go ninja style, put my foot through, jump down, boom, land like a cat. So I'm jumping. I jump, and as I jump, oddly enough, somehow the heel of my Tim gets caught in between the metal bars, so it catches me, and kind of like a countertop that gets released. I went like bang up against the fence, like my arm was out, so I caught nothing but face, like bang, and I'm just hanging upside down for a second. I hit it again, and then my foot comes out my boot, and I tumble to the ground. I hop back up and I grab my Tim boot, put it back on. Was like, my guy standing there like, "You all right, player?" I was like, "Yeah." I pulled out my dough, got my little joint, walked my ass back around the fence this time like I had some sense, and continued to enjoy my evening. But yeah, that's one of my most funniest, embarrassing moments.
Because I can't let you walk away like that.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm 14.
All right.
I'm a freshman in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about 5'4",
Okay.
5'3" and a half. I was short when I was little. And we're living in Pacifica, California, and that's near San Francisco. That's Bay Area.
Right.
So, I mean, just like San Francisco, them crazy behind everything hills, giant hills and all that. So we lived near the top of one of them big ass hills at the top of my block. So we out there, and I begging my mom for a bike. She gets me, she finds, I think she might have even found it on the damn street somewhere. She finds this old school girl's bike with the banana seat.
Mm.
And I'm supposed to ride around in that.
That was a violation back then.
Oh my God, yes it was. And one day in my stupidity, which apparently when you're that young you have a lot of, the young boys, they were the 10 and 9 and 12-year-olds, they had a ramp.
Right.
And they was riding up to the top of the hill and coming on down the ramp and catching air and landing and doing cool stuff. And I was like, hey, that looks like fun. I get all the way to the top of the hill, not realizing, like, they have light metal bikes. I have a tank or a school bus.
No.
I have a school bus. And I'm the older kid, so show off.
Oh,
Show
no.
off is in my dome piece, right? So I'm at the top of the hill, all the way, because they was going up the hill, they wasn't going all the way up. You know what I mean? There was like another maybe half a block up you could go.
Oh.
So I went up all the way to the top of the hill,
Oh.
and I came down and I pedaled hard.
Oh.
Why did I pedal hard? Lou, why did I pedal hard?
I guess you had something to prove. Oh, Lord.
Oh my God. Yeah, I proved that I was not going to enjoy the next 2 weeks, including 5 minutes into my future. But
Jeez.
so I'm coming down the hill, and I still live like I said, maybe 6-7 houses from the top of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
They was jumping from like 3 houses from the top of the hill. I went all the way up to the 6. So I'm shooting down like a freaking missile on this school bus, bro. I hit that ramp because it was like the ramp was like right in front of my house. So I hit that ramp, and there's a lot of hill left.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of hill left, dude. And I catch so much air, bruh. They all looking at me like, wow. And I'm like, yo. I mean, I'm E.T. in the air. I'm phoning the flock home right now.
Probably feel like the man for the minute, too, huh?
Yo, that quick 39 seconds, because while I'm like, yeah, the bike slides out from underneath me.
Oh.
I'm holding the handlebars, but the weight of that is like kind of shooting out almost parallel. I could almost see the seat and the back wheel in freaking front of me, bruh. And so I was like, kaplat. And I land on my butt and my tailbone. Hard.
Damn.
Dude, I shot the hell up, ran in the house grabbing my butt, but I couldn't tell my mom that I probably paralyzed myself for the rest of my life. So I went and got some ice and sat down in the living room, and I watched the Love Boat and prayed that nobody would ask me to move.
Damn, son.
Yes.
There you are, yo. Can't be afraid to laugh at yourself. You know what I mean?
You can't. I mean,
Real talk.
Yo, I mean, I think about that moment sometimes, and I'm like, you know what? I could have never walked again right there.
For real.
So it's a blessing. It's a blessing. So kids, stay off the daggone bikes, and don't let your mama give you a banana seat, and don't climb a fence for a 50 bag of trees. Lessons learned is important.
Even if it is an ozone.
Yo.
Walk your ass. Take the safe route.
You'll savor it more.
But there it is, y'all. We're going to be back next week. Same time, same station. Peace and love as always.
Love and peace.
Yeah.
That's there you go.
You are now watching Blerd Talk with Coach Fa, Mr. Lewis, and M.